one of my favourite sessions. I'm going to tell you, folks, today I'm here with Petra Williams, who is the founder of Igniting Sparks Coaching, and you're with The Point TV. And I'm fascinated with this topic here. When I first got the email, Petra, and you showed me that you wanted to talk about dating, and this is really all about dating, and how, what I see is that how do you attract, for women, how do we attract the man to the woman? It's like attracting bees to honey. That's going to be the title of the thing. But what surprised me most of all is that you said here, I'm going to read it out here, in your title you wrote here that you killed the fairy godmother. What is with that?
That old bag.
That old bag. What happened there?
I tell you.
Yeah.
So I took her little wings and I ripped them off, and I snapped her little wand, and I gave her a good beating,
Right.
and I shoved her down that hole where I put Disney as well. Okay?
Right.
And the reason I say that is because women grow up with Disney movies, believing that their Prince Charming is going to come along and sweep them off their feet. There's going to be this amazing fairy godmother that turns the pumpkin and the mice into coaches and horses and stallions.
Yeah.
And they wait, and they wait, and they wait, and it never happens. And so I blame that old bag.
Right.
Okay? And that's why I killed her. And I killed her because the modern woman no longer needs to wait for her prince. She can go and find him.
There's a lot of people watching this and they're already saying, I want to jump into that camera, I want to grab this woman's throat because I believe in the fairy godmother because I found my prince like that.
Okay, good on them.
What? So you're saying they're the minority?
I would be fruitless to say. Oh, I don't know what the stats are.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So what I'm saying though is there's a lot of women that are disillusioned by the fact that they think their prince is going to come on a white horse. So I'm not saying it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is don't be disillusioned to think that that's the way it is going to happen. Don't wait around for it to happen.
See, because what you do is you're not an online dating coach. It's not like online dating like Tinder or RSVP. Mm-hmm. You're more all about face-to-face.
I am.
And about, cause this is why I'm really interested in this, because
Ooh,
when I look out at the audience out there,
yeah.
I am seeing that the only other male in the audience, apart from myself, is my trusty old cameraman, Justin.
Yeah, yeah.
So every woman here is now going to be listening that you think you have the secret to having each woman find their true love.
I do have the secret.
Really?
Yeah, I
See,
do.
and this is where I come in, because I'm just going to go,
okay,
really.
go on. Okay, so the way it works is it's like anything in life.
Yeah.
You have to know what you're looking for to be able to get it, okay? So what a lot of women do is they go, I want to find love, I want a relationship, yet they don't articulate what that looks like, what that feels like, what that sounds like. So it's like getting in a car and not having a destination. So you're just getting in and you're driving aimlessly, hoping that somewhere along the way you're going to meet someone special that's going to enhance your life. So that's step number one. But the secret is confidence. 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 If you have confidence, you'll achieve anything in life. You won't be afraid to make a mistake. You won't be afraid to put yourself out there. And what gives you confidence is the knowledge of how to engage with men, how to find a good man, knowing what you want is really important, and all those things give you magical confidence.
Petra, I sound like I'm in a sales and marketing course. Yeah. You know, seriously, you're saying, oh, okay, you've got to find exactly the man that you want. So if I'm looking for a client, I need to write down the sort of avatar that I'm looking for. You know, I'm looking for a person who's a professional with over 500 staff. You're saying exactly the same thing. To find your perfect man, you've got to write down exactly what it is that you're looking for.
Great question. So what I do is, because I come from a marketing background, is that I've applied marketing principles to dating. And it's fantastic because the woman is the product and the men she wants to meet are the target market. And it's about dressing up that beautiful product, enhancing her best features.
I feel like a commodity.
It's all, no, it's like fishing. You put a wool.
Now I'm a fish.
Yeah, you are a fish.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and it's about putting a worm at the end of their hook. And the worm has to be juicy, and it has to be intriguing, and it has to be and then the fish goes, hello, wormy. And once you've hooked the fish, you can fillet it, you can fry it, you can crumb it, you can have it any way you like, but you have to hook it first. And that's what I help women do.
Right.
And so, you know, and if you just dress up the worm and it looks fabulous, but it just hangs there limp, and it's not doing its zhuzhuzhuming, because it doesn't have confidence, it's not going to attract any fish.
So what's the problem with women then? Like seriously,
There's no problem with women.
There must be a problem with women. If they have to now start thinking about, right, I need to go and see a dating coach to help me find an ideal man. What happened to the day where they just go into a bar, sit at the end of the bar, drink a whole heap of gin and tonic, just wait till the end of the night and they'll find the guy?
That's classy. Love
And
it.
I reckon that there'd be a lot of percentage of people who are watching this are going, that's how I found my husband.
Fabulous. Once again, great on them.
Okay.
Look, what it is that's sort of like a desperado thing, isn't it? So it's, I'm going in there and I'm going to get pissed. Okay,
Yeah.
so I can just get picked up by some random and then hope for the best. Hope that this random is going to turn out to be something worthwhile. And that's not the way it goes, okay? The way it is you need to know what you want and get what you want. And I know a lot of women don't believe that they can get what they want. And they all following the same formula, if I can say that. They all going out to bars and clubs or events and hanging around desperately hoping to meet someone. And so this is where it's all going a bit haywire, I think. And also, you know, people were telling themselves, women were telling themselves the same stories when I was single that they are now and that the women before them were. So anything like, there's a man drought, famous one. There's, oh, men don't like independent women. Also, like, men only want sex.
Oh, that's true.
Largely true. They like you to cook and clean for them as well. Let's not forget that, you know. But they tell themselves these lies because it keeps them safe. And they don't know how else to do it. They don't know where to meet men. And that's one of the big problems. So they keep looking in the same areas. And what they do is they have single girlfriends and they feed off each other. They're like, oh, yeah, there's a man drought. Yeah, there's a man drought. Yes, there's a man drought. And they were like, yeah, we all have a man drought. And they feed off each other. And so that keeps them single all the time. It's lies they tell themselves. And that's what they do. They go to bars, they go to pubs, and they get drunk and hope for the best. And that's not what it's about. You are an amazing woman. You can get what you want. You have a lot to offer. You don't need to be intoxicated for some man to have beer goggles, for you to have beer goggles, never mind some man, to find love. And that's not how it works.
We're here with Petra Williams, who is the founder of Igniting Sparks Coaching. When we come back from the break, I'm going to be asking Petra about the difference between, biological difference between men and women. See you soon.
Own it. And so if you keep attracting men that are intimidated by you, you're putting out some weird vibes.
Yeah.
How many people do you think have given up on their dreams before they're 40? 80%? 90%? More? It doesn't have to be that way. Hi, my name is Laurie Mitchell, and I'm the author of Speed Manifesting. I've made it easy for you to get back on track. The Speed Manifesting method guides you through 7 steps quickly. Once you understand which principles you've been missing, you'll have access to real success and satisfaction in your life. To find out more, just follow the link and get started now.
Welcome back here with The Point TV. Just before the break, we asked Petra about the secrets to dating a guy and finding true love. But I think it's time that we juiced things up.
Ooh. Juicy.
Juicy. Just before the break, I asked, I wanted to know, is, in your view, a huge difference a biological difference between men and women?
Yes.
Great. Next question I have is that...
Did you want me to answer that? No, go
Go
on. Okay. Well, other than physically, so look, men, the human race is amazing, isn't it? The way we're designed is incredible. And the human race is designed to procreate, obviously to keep themselves alive. So men and women have different functions in that. So a man biologically is designed to sow his oats. It's because he needs to keep the population alive. So he goes along and he's quite happy to look at a woman and go, yep, you're awesome. You look like you can carry my gene. Let's have a bit of nookie, and off he goes, okay? Where women, on the other hand, are meant to nurture. So they look after their young, they bring up the young, and so that's the real biological difference between men and women. And where this affects dating is that, yeah, right, the man does want sex. That's his core drive. That's what he's looking for. And also what he wants from women, he wants women to provide them with services as well. So a man wants sex, cooking, cleaning, all those things. That's what he wants from his woman. Where the woman, on the other hand, needs the man to provide her with the resources. So in the olden days, when we were caveman, he would go out
Olden
and go,
days.
olden days. He used to go out and he used to go and get a boar or whatever and come home and go, raw, throw it on the table. And as we said before, the man with the biggest boar got to choose the nicest woman. But these days, of course, men don't go out hunting, okay? And they don't bring you the boar. So what they bring you now is money and car and, houses and all of that. So that's how he brings resources. And a woman on a biological level looks for a man who can provide her with resources because that's what she needs to look after her and her young. So that's sort of how it works.
Lovely. There's nothing like a man coming home putting his pork on the table.
Yes.
You see what I did there?
I liked it. Yes.
You mentioned earlier on about confidence.
Yes.
But do you think there's sometimes a woman can be overconfident and that she might be actually intimidating to the male?
If a man's intimidated by a confident woman, he needs to grow some balls. So,
Right. Okay.
Gerald's like, what? So, look, if we take the gender away from it and we go, if I feel intimidated by someone who's overtly confident, then that's my own issue, isn't it? So if I take the gender away, so if someone feels intimidated by a woman, then they need to go and reassess what it is that they're feeling intimidated by. In saying that, there is something I call women ball crushers. Okay, so often women who are very successful at work and they're driven and they negotiate and they're ball crushers, carry that out into their everyday life. And so they intimidate men. And men don't like to be intimidated because men still feel that they should be looking after you, that they should be leading. So give the man a chance to do so. And I think when you show vulnerability, a lot of women think that vulnerability is weakness. And it's not. It's just allowing the man to do what he has to do.
But then wouldn't you say if a woman is, say, confident?
Yes.
And what you're doing is you're empowering the women
Yes.
to be confident and
Yes.
to be self-assured.
Yes.
If a woman is then intimidating a male, then she's clearly got the wrong partner in mind. Wouldn't that be true to say? That she's really looking at the wrong species of male for her.
Oh, certainly. So if she's attracting men that are intimidated by her, then absolutely, then something's going amiss there. So she's obviously attracting what I call mummy's boys, who want a woman to look after them. They're mummy's boys. They're the worst kind of men you can get. They're like your teenage son for the rest of your life. So, and they are. So what there's something, so what I mean I give a woman confidence is that she is so assured within herself. She can, she has self-mastery over her own emotions. And she knows what she's looking for, and she can take accountability for her own actions. That's what it is. If someone feels intimidated by you, that's never your problem.
Yeah.
If you feel intimidated by me, that's not my problem. That's your problem.
It's mine. I own it. Yeah.
Yeah, you own it. And so if you keep attracting men that are intimidated by you, you're putting out some weird vibes.
Yeah.
So we need to check what's going on there, change the energy, and then you'll attract men that you like.
I've never done this
Yes.
on this program here. Are you up for a bit of role playing?
Are you asking me to strip?
No.
Do, 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 do.
Right.
Go, role play.
Right. Are
Go.
you up for a role play?
I am indeed.
Let's just say that you and I are at a bar, at a very high class, upper class bar, and I can't even mention one, but there is one out there, right?
Do you hang out at the seedy bars where the girls
I have
get
no
drunk?
idea. So we're at a bar.
Yes.
And you are across the bar from where I am.
Oh, yes.
And you're attracted to me.
Yes.
And I'm kind of like looking around and our eyes meet. Is there a way, look at me getting all excited. And everything.
Me too, I'm getting a bit
Yeah,
flustered.
right. So is there a way that a woman should look at a male to show that she's interested?
Oh, this is gold. This
Really?
is gold. I love it.
There's not a formula, is there?
Wow, not a formula. The thing that women need to understand is that they hold all the cards, all of them. They determine everything, okay? Yeah. And it all happens sort of on the subconscious primal level. Like it's, because our body language is the majority of our language,
Like this?
okay? Yes. So, men are very simple creatures.
Be careful.
Yes. I'd almost call them stupids.
Right.
Not in a bad way, just when it comes to signals. So they can't take signals. They can't take hints. They're not intuitive like women. They don't have peripheral vision either. So if you want a man to come over, man you're really interested in, you have to signal him. Okay? And it's something like, yeah, that's right. No.
That's it.
Okay, so but what's really important is the man needs to feel like he's in control. That's really important, okay? So he needs to feel like he can come over. And men suffer the same fear of rejection that women do, okay? So you need to give them a very clear signal. So the clear signal is a 5-second flirt, okay? So you're ready. So, la la la, drink. Yeah, and I'm like, oh, Gerald, you bit of a right.
Do you say that?
To myself.
Sorry.
To myself. And then I look up and I go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look away. And look at you again and I'll smile. And that way the guy goes, oh, she's definitely interested in me. And then he'll still sort of doubt himself a little bit. So you have to go, look away again, and then once again, 1, 2, 3, and smile. Really smile. That's your most powerful gift. And then look away again. And sometimes they say to you, look up, look down. Look up, look down. Don't look up and down, because the guy goes, she's looking at me? No, she's not. She is? No, she's not. Yes, she is? No, she's not. Ah, screw it. I'm not bothered, okay? So 5 seconds sounds like a really long time, and it is a long time to engage with a stranger. But really give that guy the real signal. Yes, come over. It's okay. It's okay, because they're scared as well. They don't want to be blown off. They don't want to be embarrassed in public and come over to you and go, hey. And he'll always say something so cheesy. He'll say something like, have I seen you somewhere before? Or what was another one? Like, oh, the angel must be missing a star because you've just fallen out of the sky. Or he'll say something really pathetic. Give the guy a break. Like, he's trying his best there, okay? And don't go, oh my God, that is the worst pickup line I've ever heard. Don't say something like that. For women, it's really important to say, hey, thanks for coming over. I saw you across the room. It's really great that you came over. I'm so-and-so. And open the door for the guy. And even when you're not interested, ladies, please admire him for his courage to come over. Admire him and say, look, it's really great for you to come over, have a bit of a chat, and then just say, hey, look, it's great that you came over, I'm just not interested.
So what if, you see, this is where I start getting into it now. You see, what if I am that person, and then I come over, and you want to strike a conversation with me. So then I open my mouth and I go, how you going? I'm Gerald. Would you like a drink? Now, at that stage, do you kind of like go, no, I think he's attractive, or do you go, I brush him off now?
Interesting.
Oh.
So, first of all, you need to know what you're looking for.
Right.
And so that's always number one. And I think always give people a chance.
Yeah.
You know.
Really?
Yeah, totally. Honestly. And what I would say to that man is, what an interesting tone of voice you have.
Oh, you would,
I would totally
you would
say that.
not.
Where's that from?
Really? You
Yeah,
would say that?
totally. And I go, you know, my friend is a speech therapist and she could totally help you out.
And I would say, right,
Yeah.
okay, thank you, I don't need her card.
That's awesome. And you'll probably bugger off because you'll feel insulted,
Yes.
which is great.
Oh, so that's the goal then, is to insult the guy.
No.
Right, let's go the other way now.
Yeah.
So let's go the other way. So now you're interested in me, and I go, well, hello.
We go, hello.
Hello. And I have the Morgan Freeman voice.
Yes.
I won't even try to attempt that, but I have
Okay.
the Morgan Freeman voice. I have
Yes.
the Morgan Freeman voice.
Oh, that's very
And then,
good.
Thank you. Notice I did that down there.
Yeah,
with the
I know.
microphone.
Ooh.
And then you go, wow, this is incredible. Now, is there a rule for the sex rule?
Yes, absolutely.
Think about it first.
I don't need to.
Really? Is there
Yeah, look. One thing, as we discussed before, is that men will screw anything with 2 legs and 2 boobs on it. Okay, so they will screw you. Like if you say to them, "I will sleep with you tonight," they will do it. No doubt. Okay, if they're attracted. Well, they don't even need to be attracted to you. They're just like, yeah, I get a bit of sex. Okay. The main thing is, men do not respect you if they don't have to work for you. It's as simple as that. It comes back down to the hunting mentality, okay? Men want to know that they have got the best woman in the room. They
So
want
what's
to
the
know.
rule then?
I would say, look, I would say definitely don't sleep with a guy within the first 5 dates.
5 days?
5 dates, yeah,
5
definitely.
dates?
Absolutely, and that's nothing. Like,
Can you have 5 dates in one day? Take it for breakfast, take it for lunch. See? They're onto me.
Absolutely. Look, and
No.
honestly, if I can advise women at anything, abstain as long as you can, okay? Because what is the hurry? The beautiful thing about getting to know someone intimately is that excitement, isn't it? Get to know them first. Allow them the opportunity to prove themselves to you, to show off to you, to treat you like a woman, to woo you. Give them an opportunity. You know, there's nothing sexier and nicer when you're sitting next to each other and you touch and they're beautiful, like chill, you know, and they're real, like that sexual attraction that you know you want to rip each other's clothes off, but you're not quite there yet.
And you got to wait 5 days for that.
You know, 5 dates.
Dates, sorry.
Dates. Yeah, but it's beautiful.
Can I tell you something funny before you carry on?
Please.
Is that somebody just asked a question earlier on, and it said this: do you recommend the 3-day rule for sex?
Interesting.
See, now she's sitting out there going, I have to wait another 2 dates for this?
Look.
Right.
Right. Look, we women, unfortunately, the way technology has gone is that sex has become this, it's literally become this frivolous thing. So sex and intimacy are 2 different things, okay? So sex is just wham bam, thank you ma'am, see you later, thanks, don't leave your card, don't let the door, slam, hit you on the way out, okay? But there's intimacy when 2 people come together and make love. There's a total difference. So with Tinder and with all those online dating sites, it's become an easy swipe left, swipe right, okay? In my experience, most women don't function that way because they attach emotion to sex, okay? So women have started becoming like men, acting like men, hoping that, look, if I spread my legs, he'll stick around. And it's not the case. Trust me when I say this, ladies. If he works for you, he will stick around, and you are worth it. Look, if you're horny, go ahead. Go and sleep and screw as many men as you like, but don't expect them to love you. Because sex and love are not in the same parts of men's brains. And I cannot articulate this enough. Women sell themselves short so often. Oh, he never called. Of course he didn't. You gave him what he wanted straight away. You're worth fighting for. If he does not call you, he's not worth it. And he's not interested. And irrespective if you give him sex or not, if he doesn't like you, if he's not interested in you, he's not coming back. It's as simple as that. It's not rocket science. What do you think, Gerald?
No, you're not interviewing me. That's not going to happen. Can I ask? I want to ask you something here. You wrote this on one of your blogs.
Yes.
And I need to read it out. So this is quoting. Don't yell at me because I said something here. She said this. As a fucking awesome love and life fire starter, so many people ask me for advice on how to find love and make life more exciting. It's simple. Mm-hmm. And then that ended there.
Good.
So help us.
Absolutely. Look, my motto is create the life you love with the person you love and live it powerfully. And so what I find a lot of women are waiting for is, I'll give you a perfect example. Can I give you an example? I had a lovely lady and I met her. And she's like, Petra, I'm ready for love. Wonderful, awesome, I love those words. Tell me, what kind of, relationship do you want? What kind of man? She goes, I love a man who travels, who's adventurous, who's exciting and spontaneous. Wow, that sounds like an incredible man, totally. Great, so tell me, what kind of life are you leading? Tell me about your life. And she goes, I work 70 hours a week and I come from home I go from work to home. Great, so when do you travel? Oh, I don't. Oh, so when do you do anything spontaneous? Oh, I don't. And I said, well, how are you going to meet that person? Is he going to find you somewhere? He's going to be out there living and being adventurous and traveling and having a great time while you're sitting back here. So become the person you want to meet. If you want to meet someone exciting who travels, go and be amazing and go and travel and go and do that. So first you create a life you love. And one that you wake up every morning, you think, fuck, is this my life? Amazing, okay? And then when you're living an amazing life, you meet an amazing person that complements your life. Not someone that fulfills you, someone that complements your life. And then together you live a powerful and an awesome life. And that's how it works. No other way. If you wait for someone to fulfill you and make your life exciting, good on you. Because you attract what you are. You attract what you are, not what you want. So if you're not a very exciting person and you're not a va-va-voom person, or whatever kind of person you are, you're not going to attract that person. And that's as simple as it is.
I am here with Petra Williams, who is the Igniting Sparks coach, dating coach. After the break, I'm going to be asking Petra, what does va-va-voom mean?
Hi, Meg here from She Skills. Many women lack confidence when it comes to maintaining and improving their homes. Have you got a list of projects waiting to be completed? Well, don't wait for a man. Pick up a drill and do it yourself. But if you don't know how, or you get overwhelmed when you go to the hardware store, then She Skills is here to help you. We empower women by providing the opportunity to gain skills and confidence to imagine, design and create anything. We teach construction and power tool skills in a safe and encouraging environment. So follow the link on the screen to join us for a workshop in 2016. Get building, ladies!
This has been so much fun so far, and I think in the first part of our show we were having a bit of fun together, and I think that's always good to have. Do you think women really need love?
Yes, absolutely. I think men and women both need love. You know, as Tony Robbins says, one of our core basic needs to be fulfilled and live a fulfilled life is to have love and connection. Absolutely, men and women both want love. We both need it, and we both are wonderful together. Each man, a man and a woman, have their own attributes, their own beautiful thing, and coming together is amazing, and that's what we all strive for. Irrespective of what we do it for love.
Yeah.
You know, to look for connection and love. Absolutely.
One of the things I noticed that while we were speaking is that I know you generalise a lot, like you say things like all men or all women.
Yeah.
I just want you to clarify something for me. There might be somebody watching this and says, you know what, I'm finding Petra, her message is quite good, but she's quite derogatory towards men. What would you say about that?
Not intentionally. I love men, and I think, as I said, men are amazing creatures, and they just are so beautifully uncomplicated, and they're so wonderfully simple, and it's us women that overcomplicate men. And I think we treat men like women, like we treat them, we expect them to have that. But men are beautiful, and it's never a man-woman thing for me. Everyone wants love. Yet, from my research and from my experience, I know that men and women work differently. So yeah, love men. They're awesome.
And so what about, there was a point that you made also about men being a resource for a woman. Nowadays, I'm speaking to a lot of women, and there are a lot of women groups out there. I think even one of your own. You have the Women on Fire.
Yeah, I do,
And that's about empowering women to be their own resource, to be self-sufficient, to be able to hold their own. And so when you say that a man is a resource, you might need to clarify that for me.
Yeah, okay, awesome. Yeah. So, absolutely, look, in the olden days, you know, men and women have very clear roles. The man went off to work and he brought back the paycheck, and the woman stayed at home and reared the children. And so now with women's amazing liberation, which is awesome, women no longer need men to look after them. Okay, they no longer need men to provide resources, financial resources as such for them. Yeah, women still, on a biological level, from my research, want to know that the man is going to protect them. Yeah. That so I walk down the street and someone comes and jumps out and pulls out a knife, and that man's going to protect her and her young. And so also what's happened is, because women can now provide their own resources, the bars have raised a little bit. And so now the woman's saying, I can provide my own resources. Now I want you to provide me not with as much financial resources, but more with psychological and emotional resources. And so they're asking men to be more emotionally intelligent. And also, they want more from men now. Men have to step up. Women stepped up, men step up. Women step up, men step up. And that's sort of how it happens. And that's why a lot of men say they feel that women have unreasonable expectations. That's just because the bar's raised a little bit.
So you mentioned something earlier there, which I think is hard for a man. Which is something along the lines of what you said was that a woman expects more from a man.
Yes.
Right? And the expectation now there for a man is to be more like a woman than some women. Is for us to be a little bit, for us to be a little bit more emotionally in tune with a woman. Whereas sometimes a bloke just wants to be a bloke. And I think once that happens in the dating world, where a woman starts to manipulate, change, modify a male's behaviour to be more in tune with a woman, that's where I think a man might just go, you know what, I just want to be a bloke. I don't want to be emotionally in tune. That's your thing. That's what you do.
Valid point, actually. It's funny because I was walking in the shopping centre the other day, in a supermarket or whatever, and I hear a lot of women talking at their husbands, and they yak. Look, yeah, absolutely, I agree. I think, one, you can't change anyone, okay? And you know when a relationship goes sour, in my experience, is that when you're so busy trying to make that person like yourself. And so when you're dating yourself, it's a boring relationship. Who wants to date themselves? So yeah, I think it's really, what it really comes down to, Gerald, is appreciating each other for who you are. Irrespective if you're male or female, just who are you? What's your amazingness?
Yeah.
And what are our differences, and how can we make those differences work for us? So it's appreciating each other for who you are and accepting that person and not looking to change them. That's the main thing, isn't it? Yeah, loving them for who they are.
Are there any red flags to look out for when finding that perfect guy, and then let's say we wait at the 5 dates, we've had our dinners and we've had our movie nights, and how do I know, or how does the woman know that she's got, you know, Mr. Right? And what I'm looking for is that what are the red flags to look out for to say, I need to get out of here?
Yeah, look, domestic violence is very evident at the moment. You know, it's very prevalent and rightfully so, and it needs to be exposed. And in my experience, I've found that there's 2 real signals that, you know, to look out for. If the man's too full on, like he's like, I love you, tells you he loves you within the first 2 dates, he wants to move in with you, he's just all over you, that is a real flag, I find, you know. No one falls in love with, well, let me rephrase it. In my experience, I don't know anyone who's fallen in love with someone on the first date. So it's too much too soon. What's going on there? So that's a real flag. Another one is controlling behaviour. So it's texting you 1,000 times a day. Where are you? What are you doing? Who are you with? If they cyber stalking you, all those, they're really controlling behaviour and looking where you are all the time and wanting to know where you are all the time. Massive flag. So really be conscientious of those things, you know. And the danger is, you know, when we meet someone that we like, and it's like, well, it's all, you know, the hormones and the chemicals are going wild, and you just see the great thing, you know, it's you know, love goggles, and you don't say, listen to the people around you. They can, you know, if people are sort of saying to you, hey, just be a bit vigilant because this is happening and that's a bit of a flag, just listen. That's all I encourage you to do, because, you know, people don't say things, bad things about other people to make you feel bad. It's just something to be conscientious of. So, especially with domestic violence being so prevalent now, just be a little bit vigilant. Yeah.
Can I put something to you? I don't think this is your area of expertise, but I've been watching a little bit of Dr. Phil. Right? Why do you laugh?
used to
I've got
love
nothing else to
Dr.
do
Phil.
at midday. So I've been watching a bit of Dr. Phil for his interviewing style. No, I've
Yes.
been watching a bit of Dr. Phil, and there've been some, I think they call them catfish.
Okay.
So how come, which is a male predator who is wooing a woman, she's getting all the right signals about, you know, I think this is going to be the right thing for us, I love you so much, I live in Nigeria, I need your money, and can you tell me why there are a good amount of women that are quite willing to hand over fistloads of cash to a guy they don't even know, haven't even met? I mean,
Oh my God, did we watch the same show?
well, I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't. Myself, I don't know of too many guys that would do that. Just go, you need some money, love. You need to go
Oh,
and
no,
get
there's
your own.
men that do it as
They
well.
do? Okay.
Yeah, I saw the Dr.
What's
Phil.
wrong with this? What's wrong-
That's what I do.
What's happened where a woman
you
would
know
just go?
what? It is that absolute need for love. You know, that real, like, wanting to believe that that person is genuine. I think it's just that real desire, their real need. The people who get taken advantage of, I find, are really lonely, and they really want love, and they think, oh, if I just give them this, they'll love me. So, and because I qualify in neurolinguistic programming as well, so what they're telling themselves is, you know, if I give them love, if I give them money, they will love me. So that's the rule they've set for themselves. And so they just believe it. They just desperately want to be loved. And then, I believe what's happened on Dr. Phil, I see that he says that they get to that stage, they get so deep that they actually get embarrassed to say, actually, I've been conned.
Right.
They feel embarrassed, so they just carry on the facade. And it really is just that need for love and connection, I believe, that drives that.
Well, thanks for sharing that with me. We're gonna take a very short break, and when we come back, I'm going to ask Petra what are the absolute starting points for the single women that are out there onto how to find their true love. Hey everyone, Gerald here, founder of The Point TV. We are looking to shake things up in 2016 and are inviting guests on the show just like you to express their points on any issue. For example, are we becoming a nation of acopic people? Should profits be put before animal cruelty? Or are we out of touch with reality? Everyone has a voice here and we don't edit for context. It's your soapbox for 40 minutes. The Point TV. Your point, loud and clear. Welcome back to The Point TV. We're talking to the expert, the dating coach, Petra Williams. Petra, I want to finish off with this. There are a bunch of ladies now who are watching this and they're saying, okay, I'm going to go out and give this a go tomorrow.
Yes.
I'm going to step outside the door. I'm going to head out to where I have to go. And let's just say they want to see you.
Yes.
And we'll put all your details on the screen. So a person that wants to contact you and say, right, I need some coaching here, we'll put that up there for you. But how would a person start by finding their true love? What's the first thing that they should do tomorrow morning when they wake up in the morning?
Fall in love with themselves.
Right.
Okay. Hey man, you need to be able to look in the mirror and go, hello baby.
Yeah.
I am so hot. You have to fall in love with yourself. Know that you're worth it.
Yeah.
And that's where your confidence comes from, doesn't it? Because you're like, yeah, I am a catch, man, and I am worth it. So definitely fall in love with yourself. Know that you're freaking awesome, okay? And also, let go of the criteria. Know your deal breakers. The only thing I recommend is know your deal breakers, okay? If you don't want children and someone else wants children, that's not going to work, so that's a deal breaker. And just go out there, smile, have fun, and just get out there and know that you are hot stuff. Because if you believe it, the world believes it.
Isn't that amazing? There's going to be 1,000 steaming mirrors tomorrow morning, all going, I love this person that I'm looking at. Will you please put your hands together for Petra Williams
Thank you.
from Igniting Sparks Coaching. Now, if you would like to be a part of The Point TV, we've got all the details on the screen. Just simply click through, follow the links, and who knows, you might even be a part of our studio audience here. Or if you have a story or a cause, or you have something amazing that you would like to tell us, why not sit here exactly where Petra is? We'll move her out the way and you can sit right here, you know, and you can sit with me and tell me your story. So once again, thank you for joining us.